the House, Prime Minister, Leader, the Opposition, and all other members of the House. Good afternoon. My name is Ngozi, and I am 7 years old. We are here today as advocates for a violence-free Jamaica. We love our country, but we hate the violence that is hurting the bodies, minds, and spirits of Jamaican children.
Wow. So, it was last year, May 9, on a Wednesday, with Never an Empress, that this little lady raised the roof right here on our Smile set with her piece, Hey Big Man, which was heard right across Jamaica. Well, last week, after she recited it in Parliament, Ngozi Wright is here with UNICEF's Child Protection Specialist, Judith Cupidon Coelho, to tell us a little bit more about this project and to meet this amazing young lady who, you know, when I look at her speak and I look at her little tiny body and the big issue that she's speaking of, Miss Janet, it just makes my heart hurt, but there's hope at the same time, you know? So good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Hello, Ngozi.
Hi.
What a beautiful name. What does it mean?
It means princess.
Yes. And do you feel like a princess?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you look at the television just now, and you've obviously probably seen it already, but tell me how you felt that day when you realized you're going to be addressing all these big people in Parliament and people of high position and the Prime Minister, and how did you feel?
I felt amazing. The whole experience was just awesome. I was joyful.
You were joyful. And you were there with your brother as well,
Yeah.
who is your twin.
Yeah.
His name is Tafari.
Yeah.
I saw a video on social media. Tafari was saying it was okay, a little boring, but it was okay. You didn't feel that way?
Yeah, I felt the same way.
Yeah, okay. Wow. Tell me how you feel about Jamaica and what's going on with violence in Jamaica, in your own words.
I feel scared of the violence, but I know that the violence can end.
And how do you think we can end it?
With the parents listening to us. Or voices are to be heard. That's how the violence can end against us.
What to say?
Yes, a little child shall lead them.
What to say?
UNICEF is very committed to promoting child participation. We think that it's important for children's voices to be heard, as Ngozi just said, and not in a token way. But we think that they should be involved in the whole development of policies, legislation, and national plans of action.
Yeah.
This year, UNICEF celebrates the 30th anniversary of the Convention on the Rights of the Child. And we thought that it would be a good idea to ask Parliament if it would hold a special sitting to launch the National Action Plan. Well, the National Action Plan wasn't actually launched in Parliament. It was launched that same afternoon at a special event that took place that evening.
Yeah.
But we asked for permission for the children to speak. We organized a number of town hall meetings prior to that across the island. And kids of various age groups were allowed to come together, talk about their experiences, what they had been observing in their families, in their communities, and so on, and to tell us what they think needs to be done in their homes, in their schools, in their communities, at the government level.
The impact of Ngozi's speech and what was done has been amazing. Everybody's talking about it. She's been on the front page of every paper. She's been trending on social media. I mean, anecdotally, do you feel that something will come of this? So it was a great spectacle. It looked great and it was different. And yes, the little children have spoken. What happens now?
Well, we certainly don't want the 9-day wonder.
Right.
So the National Plan of Action that I mentioned earlier, as I said, it was launched. And what the government intends to do is to establish an oversight committee, high-level oversight committee, accountable to Parliament, which will ensure that the elements of the National Action Plan are carried out in an integrated way, which means that not only the Ministry of Education, which has primary responsibility for the implementation, a number of government ministries, departments and agencies, as well as civil society organizations and the private sector, as well as international development partners like UNICEF.
Yes, while listening still to the feedback
While
from the
listening
children.
still to the children.
Okay.
We were very happy that the government agreed to have the children speak in Parliament, and we want to ensure, along with our partners, that this takes place on an ongoing basis.
So we have to go, Ngozi, but I'm going to give you the last word. Lots of parents watching this morning, teachers, government ministers, and students like yourself.
We're live.
We are live right now. So what would you want to say to people who have the power to change the violence in our society? What would you say to them?
We have voices that are to be heard. We are not supposed to be hurt.
Mm-hmm. So you want us to listen?
Yeah, because we are the next generation.
Right. So you want us to listen, you want us to protect you. And to the children who are watching, what would you say to them?
You have voices. You must be heard.
Mm-hmm.
You must speak when you have the chance.
And if you're going through something rough or somebody is hurting you, you are to speak?
Yeah.
That's what you want them to know. Yes. All right. I see exactly where this young lady is going. She has a powerful voice at this age.
She does.
Obviously, advocacy is something that she's passionate about, and I see exactly where, especially if Empress has anything to do
Yes.
with it. We know where you're headed. Thank you to
Yes.
UNICEF for the
Yes, and we want to
fantastic work you
ensure
continue
that,
to do.
you know, many, many more kids also have a voice.
Absolutely. I think this is the beginning of something special for all of you. Thank you, Ngozi. Have a great day at school today. Tell Tafari we said hi, okay? All right. I'm Dub Poet Ngozi Wright and UNICEF's Child Protection Specialist, Janet Cupidon Coelho. From child-based violence to gender-based violence, we're going to touch on that topic after this.